Hey guys, welcome. I'm just getting the live chat set up right now. I know it's not super professional, but welcome. We'll let people start trickling in as I get this set up. Can you hear me okay? I want to make sure my camera angle looks all right. If you're watching this after the fact, not live, then maybe skip ahead 2 minutes or 3 minutes or so while we get chatting. Okay, let's see here. We get the chat popped open here. If you're just trickling in, welcome. I was supposed to get this started like 35 minutes ago, but we got stuck over at a friend's house doing a little Christmas visit, and here we go. Roy, can you hear me okay? Let's see here. Okay, hey Jason, Glenn, Merry Christmas, Roy. Okay, thumbs up, good. I guess everybody can hear me okay. Welcome to the last live stream of 2019. Glad you guys could all be here. We're just going to let people start trickling in. If you're just coming in now, hit the like button. It just helps promote the video so more people see it. We can get more people in here and just have a good time. Today's live stream is going to be a little bit shorter. We're going to talk about my most recent video, which was the 3 trail / enduro bikes that we rode. Those are probably 3 of the best trail bikes available right now. So if you have any questions about those, chat it up. And Alex, what's up, my buddy? Hey, dude. Yeah, so we'll talk about those 3 bikes: the Evil Offering, the Santa Cruz Hightower, and the Ibis Ritmo. And we'll talk about what other bikes are maybe your favorite bikes of the year. I'll talk about some of my favorite bikes of the year and just kind of do a wrap up. But yeah, if you're just trickling in, hit the like button. And if you're watching this after the fact, skip ahead a minute or 2 while we just kind of say hello to people. Where are you guys from? Welcome to the live stream. Hey, Merry Christmas, everyone. Jack, Merry Christmas. Bernard in California, welcome. All right, so man, it's Christmas time. I love Christmas, dude. This is like the best time of the year. As you guys know, here in Utah, we got snow on the ground, so not a lot of riding goes on in the winter. So most of the videos you're going to see from here on out have been filmed beforehand, and we're just kind of getting to it now as far as getting it on the channel. But man, real quick, the Evil Offering, the Santa Cruz Hightower, and the Ibis Ritmo. Man, when you want a bike that can do everything, go and ride park, go and ride the gnarliest drops and jumps and trail that you can find, and then still be fun on your day-to-day trails. Those 3 are definitely in the conversation for sure. A couple others that I've ridden recently that are kind of right there with it would be that Revel Rascal. If some of you guys saw that video, Revel's a new brand that maybe you haven't heard of, but man, I thought it was a really cool bike. And yeah, so maybe put the comments there below. You know, if those are bikes that you own or ride or have ridden, and if that's something that you're interested in as far as your trail bike. My do everything trail bike is probably my Ibis Ripley, which is a shorter travel bike, which is super rad, but I love it. Motorsports ADV, Ogden, Utah. What's up? We got a local in the house. Alex is also local in Sandy, Utah. Glenn from Boise, Idaho, welcome. Mick and Cranny's MTB Adventure in Australia. Wow, that's incredible. Welcome from Australia. All right, as people just start trickling in here, we'll just kind of let the chat get going. And yeah, so what are your favorite bikes that you guys have ridden this year? I'd say my top favorite bike I've ridden all year, like just the most fun, would either be most recently the Ibis HD5 that I rode and ended up buying. I just love that bike. I love every minute on that bike. It's incredible. A little bit too long to travel for it to be my only bike, probably. And then the other bike that was probably the most fun, absolutely loved, was the Yeti Sb 150. I mean, that bike is insane. It's just a total smasher, fun party bike. A little bit too long to travel for my trail, the trails that I ride most of the time. But man, it was a super fun bike. And then for those of you who don't know, I currently own an Ibis Ripley and an Ibis HD5. So that's kind of where I just like the way those ibises ride. They're real playful, real poppy. I got a lot of comments and questions about the bikes that I put in that top 3 trail enduro bike videos. It seemed like most people were most interested in the Ritmo or the Offering. And at that point, when I filmed that video, the Offering was kind of a new experience for me. And I was really like enamored with it. I just thought it was so much fun. If I could only own one bike, that Offering would, I mean, it would be in the conversation for sure. Definitely. Especially if you like to go downhill super fast. Anyway, today's live chat's gonna be super short. If anyone had any comments or questions about those bikes or had anything else they wanted to talk about, I thought we'd do that here and then just kind of sign off on the year. And I probably won't post until next January as far as uploads go. But looks like Crashing Davis says, "Hey Jason, Merry Christmas. I ride a Rocky Mountain Instinct BC edition in Tahoe." Dude, I still have my BC edition. In fact, I'm going to be selling it here pretty soon. Yeah, the BC edition's awesome. It's right there in the conversation with those bikes that I had in that most recent video, definitely, for sure. Motorsports ADV says a Fuji. I've never ridden the Fuji. I don't even know. I didn't even know Fuji was making a mountain bike. Everybody makes mountain bikes now, man. It's the thing to do. Yeah, so what are you guys' Christmas plans? I mean, my family, we just got done delivering some goodies to the neighbors and some friends tonight. And then every Christmas Eve, I don't know why we've done this. We've done this like the last many years. We order a bunch of Chinese food on Christmas Eve. And I have all my siblings over to my house. We all have Chinese food and hang out and get ready for Santa to come for the kids. I've got 3 kids. So Christmas time is just so much fun. I got a 9-year-old, 7-year-old, and 3-year-old. And they're just so excited. No. My 9-year-old wants to get in the video. So Christmas time, love it. I thought about getting my kids some new bikes for Christmas, but we just I'd rather not make new bikes like an actual Christmas present, just because, I don't know. I just like to give them their bikes when they're ready for bikes. So I'll probably get them new bikes in the spring, but let's hop back in the chat here and see what you guys are talking about. Joss asks if I've ridden the Ritmo AF. I've not ridden that bike yet, and it's actually one I could have ridden. I just the honest truth is, like, through the end of the year, where there wasn't much time for riding left, I wanted to spend most of my time on my Ripley and my HD5. That's the hard part about demoing all these bikes and having the YouTube channel is I've always got the expectation to go ride a demo bike, but I mean, I really wanted to spend time on that HD5. It was a new bike for me. And every time I went riding, I just wanted to grab that HD5 and go. And so the idea of taking time out of the week away to go ride something else like a Scott Spark, I just saw someone mention, or one of these other bikes, the Ritmo AF, for example. I wasn't super stoked on going and riding it and filming just because I wanted to get that last bit of riding before the snow came. And I'm glad I did because I had so much fun on that HD5. But there's a ton of bikes on my list for the next spring. So if there's a bike that you guys are hoping to see a video on, shoot me a message on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, head over to Instagram. It's just MTB Yum Yum on Instagram. But send me a message on Instagram what bike you want to see, and I can put it on the list. I'm going to try to do a bunch more in the spring. So I haven't ridden the AF yet. The Ritmo AF. Chump MTB, what's up in the house, says, let's see if my chat just moved. Let me scroll up. Do you think that the much longer reach of the Offering takes away from the playfulness compared to the following? No, I didn't think so at all. In fact, I thought the Offering was more playful than the following. So no, I didn't. Okay, let's see here. Offering or Ripley if you could only pick one bike. I mean, right now, if I could only pick one bike, it'd have to be the Ibis Ripley. I just love it. You could have 2 different wheel sets with 2 different tires on there, and, it'd just be incredible. I'd probably ride the Fork at 140. If you guys have been in the live chats before, you probably heard me say that, but that's for sure what I would do. Let's see here. I'm going to move my computer so I'm not looking away from the camera as much. There we go. Let's see here. Hopping back in the chat here. Reed from Denver rides a Ritmo AF. Okay. Eric S. says, Merry Christmas, Jason. Thanks again for the hookup at Salt Cycles for my SB100. Still riding it. Sweet. Glad you like it, Eric. I love the SB100. That was such a good bike. I rode that at the beginning of the year. Let's see here. Eric says, do you have any tips with tuning the Santa Cruz Hightower to be more playful? Well, a more playful bike, aim for a closer to 25% sag in the shock versus 30% sag. That little bit of extra air will make the bike feel more responsive. It'll pop off the ground a little bit more. Play around with your rebound a little bit too. You can turn the rebound up just a little bit and that'll make it feel a little more playful. Let's see here, hopping back in the chat. Rocky Road Warrior says, Jason, what new technology will be all the manufacturers looking to add in 2020? Dude, your guess is as good as mine. What new tech will come in 2020? I don't know, man. I think we're going to see more bikes with Fox Live Valve suspension. You see some brands gravitating to it more than others. I know Pivot from Arizona really likes that Fox Live Valve stuff. I'll bet you we see some new forks from RockShox. I'll bet you they revamped some of their forks. Geez, who knows what's next? I have no clue what tech is coming, but I welcome all of it. It's super fun to see the innovators changing mountain biking, and it's cool. It's cool to see what's coming. But yeah, I don't know for sure. Okay, guy on here asks, Ibis Ritmo or the SB150? I'd go with the Ritmo. It's the better do everything bike, unless you're really descending downhill tracks like all the time. The Ritmo would be more fun on more trails. But the SB150s, dude, that's such a fun bike. It's just, can't justify it being like my only bike that I'm pedaling around all the time. Okay, ATV On Demand says, which of your top 3 29er bikes do you think would be best for more cross-country type trails with a little enduro thrown in? I think that Ritmo, of the 3 I did the video on, I think the Ritmo would be the best for more cross-country oriented. Although if you're really cross-country oriented with a huge emphasis on cross-country, but you want a bike for those 2 or 3 times a year that you go do more enduro, high-speed stuff, then you're looking at something more like a Pivot Trail 429 by Pivot, or an Ibis Ripley. That's where those bikes kind of become, even that Revel, the Revel Rascal even. Those are the ones I'd be probably most interested in. Yeah, ATV. Yeah, if you were a 9-year-old, you'd be most interested in the Transit Ripcord. Yeah, that's a little kid, like a little teeny 24-inch. I think it's a 24 or 26-inch bike for little kids. That's full suspension, like a legitimate full suspension bike. Yeah, my 9-year-old's not getting a Ripcord. It'd be a lot of fun, but I want him to learn how to ride a hardtail. I rode a hardtail for 20 years before I ever bought a full suspension bike. And I think it helps you ride a little bit lighter, pick your lines better, but you ride lighter. You just ride lighter on the bike, and I think you learn a lot of good things. You learn how to ride with your heels down more so you don't get bucked off the back. A lot of good stuff. Tyler Marshall, Merry Christmas. Thank you. Let's see here. Okay, Dean, do you know anyone that rides a mullet bike? How about an SB165 with a 160 mil fork and a 29er up front? Yeah, that would be interesting. I think I've read about people doing that. So, Dean, I actually turned my Rocky Mountain Instinct BC Edition into a mullet bike. And I didn't actually ever go ride it on the trail, but just riding around the neighborhood, riding down some stairs, trying to bunny hop. It was like impossible to bunny hop that thing. I think if you have a bike with the geometry that is set up to have a mullet bike in mind, then I think that maybe would make sense. But the bikes I tried it on, it wasn't good. It wasn't great. Okay, let's see here. Tyler says he has an SB130, loves it. I get the impression you don't care for that bike. Is that true? No, I actually really like the SB130. I thought it was awesome. I just think there's other bikes in the category that do that kind of blended responsibility of trail bike and enduro bike and cross country. I think there's other bikes that do it better. Yeah. Yeah. So I thought it was an awesome bike. Look, here's the thing, guys. Most of the bikes I ride are all pretty amazing. Like they're all pretty good. It's hard to buy a bad bike now. So when you're looking for your bike, you want to find one that fits you just right. Or there's a couple other reasons why to buy a specific bike. But for me, the SB130, I feel like I could have used a longer fork on it maybe, or a Fox 36. The one I rode had a Fox 34 on it. I don't know what they're doing today, if they're putting bigger forks on there or not. But I just felt like, if it's going to have a Fox 34 on there, I'd rather be riding the Trail 429 by Pivot or the Ibis Ripley, or even my Rocky Mountain Element, the non-BC edition one that I used to ride a year ago. And then, I just felt like I'd rather be on a Ripley, or now that I've ridden the Revel Rascal, I'd rather be on the Rascal than the SB130. So I thought it was a cool bike. Honestly, I'd be stoked if that was my only bike. If I didn't get to choose and someone just gave me an SB130, I could totally live with that. But if you're gonna go out and spend your money on something, I think that there's maybe a little bit better bikes for the money than that one. Eric, yeah, I saw that new Trail 429 Enduro Edition. I thought that was cool. In fact, I feel like that's kind of how that bike should have been from the get-go, which makes me think that Switchblade, the Pivot Switchblade's got to be due for a change at some point. That bike's been around for like 3.5, 4 years. I wonder if the new Switchblade's going to be coming next year, and if it's going to be even bigger, because they made that Pivot Trail 429 in that Enduro model. So who knows? It's telling, though, I think. Let's see here. Glenn says, Ibis Ripley, Pivot Trail 29, Intense Sniper, or Scott Spark. I haven't ridden the Scott Spark out of those 4 bikes, but I'd go with the Ripley. It's a no-brainer. I love that bike. Let's see here. Any comments on the Rocky Mountain Slayer? I haven't ridden the new Rocky Mountain Slayer yet, so I don't know. I haven't seen the pink bike interview. I guess they broke one of them. I'll have to go check that out. Yeah, I've ridden a Da Vinci Troy. I thought it was a cool bike. I never published the video I made on it, but yeah, the Da Vinci Troy looked pretty cool. Let's see here. Yeah, Eric, I think the Switchblade's got to be coming out soon. Blueprint says, did you get a chance to demo a Jeffsy? If so, is there a video upcoming? Thanks. Yes, I rode the YT Jeffsy and the YT Capra, and those videos will be coming out in January. So those videos are coming. Let's see here. Oh, Tyler says he has a Fox 36 on his SB130. Okay, yeah, so if I owned an SB130, that's how I would do it, with a Fox 36, for sure. Roy says, Canfield Balance bike versus the Dave Weagle's DW Link bike. Well, it depends on which DW Link you get, because the DW Link on Pivot is very different than the DW Link on Ibis. I like the DW Link on Ibis. It's just really playful and poppy and responsive, and I think it's cool. That's what I would go with. Although, I mean, the CBF on the Revel, is incredible, and it's more similar to the DW Link on the Pivot. So, it's just so many good bikes. You can't own them all, All right. This is a short one, guys. We're going to wrap up this live stream. This has been a killer year. Thanks for making 2019 so great. I've enjoyed doing the YouTube channel, and if there's any bikes that you want to see demoed next year and reviewed, send me a request on Instagram. So head over to Instagram, follow me on MTB Yum Yum on Instagram, and then send me a request for a bike, and we can start putting something together. Bo Vincent says, real quick, man, ? Sorry, Bo, I didn't see your comment before. Bo, if you have a question, I didn't see it. Oh, did you run a coil shock? No, I've never ridden a coil shock on any of my bikes. I've never done that. No, and about the Da Vinci Troy, I did not post the Da Vinci Troy video for any reason other than I rode the 2017 model, and I think the 2018 was coming out like a month or two after I rode the 2017, and it was a completely different bike. So I thought, nah, I'm not going to upload my video. In fact, I still have it here on my computer. I could upload it, but I probably won't. Anyway, yeah, thanks for making 2019 such a great year. Thanks for watching. I know you guys don't have to watch. I appreciate that you guys do. And I'm not like the greatest YouTuber. Like I don't spend a lot of time YouTubing. I just kind of upload my videos when I can. And I'm glad that there's a platform to do it. And man, if you guys are interested in doing a bike review, I encourage everyone go out, and if you're interested in filming, go out and film your experience on your mountain bike and upload it to YouTube so people can get more content on the bikes that they're looking to buy. Because a lot of people, you guys wouldn't believe the amount of Instagram messages and emails that I get of people saying, hey, I don't have the opportunity to demo a Yeti or a Ripley or whatever bike they're interested in. And so they rely heavily on content from people online. And yeah, so get out there and film your stuff, put on YouTube if you want to. And thanks for watching my stuff. I appreciate it. That's the only reason why I keep doing it, is because people keep asking for it. So I'm happy to do it. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Enjoy this time with your friends and family. This is the best time of year, man. I love Christmas. Everyone's happier and just, yeah, so much to be grateful for. And yeah, it's really great. So thanks for hopping into the chat. Yeah, God bless. We'll see you guys.